What is going on, everybody, ladies and gentlemen, community? What's good? How is everybody? Days are going by quick. You know what I mean? So, hope you guys are doing great. You know what I'm saying? I hope everybody is doing great today. And whatever time you're listening, the time zones are very different, right? The time zones are very different. Some people listen, from other parts of the world, you know what I'm saying? So I don't know what time zone you are in, but I hope everybody's safe. I hope you guys are doing great, whether it be evening, afternoon, morning. I hope everyone's great. You know what it is, man, doing Flash Live, just out of nowhere, going live, man, going live out of nowhere. You know what it is, man. So I want to talk about the fights that we saw over the weekend and potential fights that, the winners may be having in the near future, talks and rumors and reports, whatever they want to call it, right? That are floating in the air, right? That are floating in the media, whatever, right? Platforms of who these fighters may fight potentially in the future, concerning Anthony Joshua, concerning, Shakur Stevenson, concerning Nakatani. So good stuff. And I just want to give my general reaction. I want to get into certain details, concerning these fighters, man. Great fights. And I'm just enjoying the ride. Like I say, time and time again, man, I'm definitely enjoying the ride, when it comes to what we're seeing in the sport of boxing, man. I mean, we're seeing great fights. We're seeing, talent, being shown in the world to everybody, the boxing community, from up and coming fighters to prospects to champs. Great matchups. I'm not complaining at all. Obviously, there's always something better we can see, but I'm enjoying the ride. I'm having fun. I'm even having fun to a certain extent, I guess we can say. Soccer Training Club, what's going on, family? Saludos. Saludos, ¿qué onda? ¿Cómo estás, man? What's going on, family? Hey, thanks so much for jumping in, man. So I'm enjoying the ride. Like I said, even to a certain extent, I'm not saying all the way, but to a certain extent, I'm even enjoying the ride of fighters going back and forth a little bit, right? I mean, it's fun sometimes, but when it goes overboard and when it just becomes repetitive jargon where nothing's happening, then it gets annoying. When it gets to repetitive jargon, it gets annoying between fighters. You know what I'm saying? When, they say one thing and then they say it again and then again and again and again and again and again. And it's just like, it just becomes complete nonsense. And that's why I don't talk about that too much. So Trent Smoke is in the building. What's going on? Yeah, we're going to get to that. Definitely Trent Smoke, man. We got some stuff to talk about. We definitely got some stuff to talk about, man. Trent Smoke saluting Soccer Training Club. Thank you guys for jumping in, definitely, man. So what's good, Verdejo? Man, we're gonna get to this, bro. Man, we're gonna get to that. Definitely, Trent Smoke. Thank you so much. I'm gonna highlight that comment in a moment, man. Man. We're gonna get to that in a moment, definitely, man. So, like I'm saying, man. Like I was saying. I mean, yeah, I thank you guys for jumping in. Tuning in and. Yeah, I'm enjoying the ride, man. I'm definitely enjoying the ride. We just have so many fights. It's hard to remember all the fights that are going on. You got great fights in undercards. You got great preliminary fights. Elvis fought, man. Elvis, I forgot his first name, but dude, this guy also, man, he fought too. And I didn't have a chance to even catch that fight. So I think it's Elvis Rodriguez, I think, if I'm not mistaken. Let me just double check real fast. I think Elvis Rodriguez fought, man. So, I mean, we're seeing fights left and right. I can't catch them all. There are so many fights. Yeah, Elvis Rodriguez. He just fought. Just wait a second. Just give me a moment, all right? Let me check this real fast. And I wanted to see that fight, but there's just so many fights. I can't catch all these dang fights, man. There's just so many. He just fought. It was a few days ago, if I'm not mistaken. He fought some guy named Cameron Crail. So, and I got my eye, and I have to make a video about this kid, Elvis Rodriguez, super lightweight division, if I'm not mistaken. So yeah, what the heck was today? We're on 15/12. He fought just recently. I think it was last week. I don't even remember which date. I honestly don't remember, but he just fought recently, man, Elvis Rodriguez. And unless I'm wrong or something, I think I am. I don't remember, man, but I want to talk about him sooner or later. I like that kid. So, you got fights going on left and right, and I can't even catch them all. So, I mean, there are so many fights. So, great stuff. I'm enjoying the sport. I'm enjoying what we're seeing in the last quarter. Like I've been saying, I'm saying we're almost towards the end of the year. And this is just, great stuff when it comes to sport of boxing as fans. I'm enjoying the ride. And so I want to talk about what we just saw, what we just saw over the weekend. depending on when you guys listen to this, ladies and gentlemen, if anybody tunes in days afterwards, it might be a couple weeks from now, whatever. But I generally want to talk about, Shakur Stevenson, Nakatani, and Anthony Joshua and their performances that they just had. So, who should we start with? Let's start with Anthony Joshua, right? Let's start with Anthony Joshua. I know I don't have him in the thumbnail in the picture, whatever, but whatever, right? I mean, sometimes I just don't have enough room in these pictures to put everybody. I mean, like I said, there's too many fights. So, and so many fighters. So Anthony Joshua, right, fought, was it Pulev, right? I remember mentioning this. I gotta say this, and I would show it right now, but why not? What the heck? Let me just pop it up, and sometimes just do it, out of nowhere. So I said this on Twitter the other day. I put it in a post or whatever. I commented. I reacted to I guess while they were promoting the fight, promotions on Okay, right here. Let me just highlight it. Let me show you guys real fast. I'm going to share the screen. Let me share the screen. All right, let me just stop that right there. And I want to show you what I put on Twitter the other day. If I can find it. Whatever. I don't know how the heck to do that, but whatever. I'll just, so what I said, let me just tell you guys. All right. What I said, I have it here. I'm just not going to show it. I put on a post in Twitter, it was like a promotion. I think it was from Top Rank or something. And, in the buildup with Pulev and Joshua. And I put it was before the fight, a couple days or one day before. I don't remember. It was on the 12th. So I don't remember, the same day of the fight, before the fight. And I got AJ beating Pulev, kind of how Klitschko, so kind of how AJ beat Klitschko. I didn't put in that whole explanation, but I got AJ beating Pulev, kind of how Klitschko did. So what I meant there was I had AJ beating Pulev like AJ beat Klitschko. That's pretty much what I explained there in that tweet. And it came out quite closely because you guys remember, those beautiful uppercuts that Anthony Joshua was executing on Pulev. Man, inside uppercuts, and it was signature. Those were Tank Davis signature uppercuts. Tank Davis. Forget Leo Santa Cruz. I mean, we're talking about Tank Davis generally speaking. Those are his signature uppercuts. And Anthony Joshua was, throwing some beautiful uppercuts on the inside, even like 4 consecutive uppercuts, 3 uppercuts in a row in some rounds. I mean, massive, tough uppercut. He did the same with Klitschko. I pretty much saw that going out like that, the fight. I knew he was going to take him out. I knew he was going to take out Pulev. That's why I really didn't. I don't know why. I mean, there wasn't enough time for me to really do it. But, like I said, there are so many fights. It's hard to cover all of them. And what I was going to do, but I did it quickly on Twitter. I mean, maybe I'll make a video about that just to highlight the tweet, just to prove what I said. I got the receipt right there. So, I had Anthony Joshua beating Pulev like Anthony Joshua beat Klitschko. It was similar. Obviously, styles are different, whatever. But, he was throwing those massive uppercuts like he did against Klitschko. Klitschko, he made, Anthony Joshua with one of the uppercuts, I think that knocked down Klitschko. I think it did knock him down. It was years ago when he had him, extend his neck like it were a giraffe. Ouch, man. Ouch. How the heck can these fighters survive those kinds of punches, man? So I liked Anthony Joshua's performance, but I knew it was going to be I knew he was going to smash Pulev. I mean, come on, look at Pulev's age. I think he hasn't fought in a while. I think from what I remember, Pulev hasn't fought in a while, man. So, I mean, I knew what it was, man. I knew AJ was going to go in there and smash Pulev. I think it was the 9th round. So, I mean, AJ did a great job considering who Pulev is, I guess we can say, right? I mean, I'm not trying to, hype this matchup. That's why I didn't really make a video about it, because I knew what it was going to happen. AJ was going to go and smash him. So, I mean, it is what it is, right? So, but, what I do want to talk about in this respect is, I mean, we all know, Anthony Joshua boxed very well, used the jab amazingly, just great. I like his boxing. I never took away. I never took away. And we're going to get to Chen Smoke's comment earlier, what he said about Nakatani. So we're going to get to that in a moment. So I'm going to definitely highlight that, Chen Smoke. So, yeah. AJ put a massive beating on Pulev, man. And I'm not taking anything away from Anthony Joshua's skills. I mean, I never have. You know what I'm saying? I know a lot of people did take away, stuff from Anthony Joshua when he got smashed by Andy Ruiz. I know it, you know what I'm saying? But me personally, I really never took away too much against Anthony Joshua. I never really took it away, his skill set. you know, as a boxing fan, you know what I'm saying? Me checking the sport out, you know, seeing fighters in the ring, seeing Anthony Joshua, his trajectory in the sport of boxing. There are some things obviously outside the ring that I do not like about Anthony Joshua, you know, that I have criticized about, you know, the whole thing between him and Wilder, blah, blah, blah. I've said it many times. But, you know, when it comes to Anthony Joshua in the ring, I haven't taken too much away from him, man. I've always stood on the, you know, in my perspective, I've stood on, you know, my ground concerning he can box. He can box. I mean, and I remember saying, I think I remember saying it some time ago that I had a change of mind when it came to, you know, you can tell that when Wilder and Anthony Joshua, you can tell Anthony Joshua didn't really want to fight Wilder. And up to this day, I still don't think Anthony Joshua wants to fight Wilder. I don't think he does, man. He just doesn't show it in his body language and how he speaks, you know. And when he lost against Andy Ruiz post-fight, the first fight, right? Andy Ruiz, Anthony Joshua, when he lost, he got knocked down, whatever, stopped the fight, whatever happened there. You already know. So, you know, post-press conference, Anthony Joshua was like, he was speaking. I mean, I understand. We got to understand, man, when you get beat to that magnitude, to the magnitude that Anthony Joshua got beat when he fought Andy Ruiz, you're probably not going to speak clearly, you know what I'm saying? And what you're saying, your thoughts probably aren't that clear. He had a massive defeat, man. His belts got taken away from him. And at that time, he was saying, like, he was even speaking along the lines of retiring. He was talking, I don't know if you guys remember that, post-fight press conference when Andy Ruiz smashed Anthony Joshua, okay? He was talking about he has other avenues. I mean, boxing's not his only, you know, resource. You know what I'm saying? So it's not his only, you know, means of living. And that's what he was mentioning something along those lines. But as time progressed, I think I did come out with a video. I think I remember that. It was a long time ago, you know, whenever they fought the first time, you know, a while ago. I did mention that how Anthony Joshua was very focused, man, because what did he do? He went back to training. He went right back to training. Kind of reminds me of what Bud does. You know what I'm saying? What Bud did, you know, after Kell Brook, right back in the gym. You know what I'm saying? I mean, he always does that. So, you know, Anthony Joshua did that, you know. So, and I never really took away too much, you know, from Anthony Joshua concerning, the reason why I say all this is because concerning his skill set, man. Anthony Joshua got skills. He can box. And he definitely portrayed that, you know what I'm saying, against Pulev. He did also against Andy Ruiz. I know a lot of people say he was running and stuff like that, but I mean, he was boxing. You know what I'm saying? Using the jab. And remember, ladies and gentlemen, we got to remember this, that, you know, Anthony Joshua, he was taking some nice shots against Andy Ruiz in the rematch. He was taking shots. He was taking shots on the inside. He was ready. You know what I'm saying? Now, obviously, he does have a suspect chin because he did get rocked hard by Andy Ruiz. You know what I'm saying? So he does have a suspect chin, but I'm not saying he has a glass chin. Anthony Joshua doesn't have a glass chin. I wouldn't say that, you know what I'm saying? But I'm not taking much away from Anthony Joshua when it comes to his skill set in the ring. You know, outside the ring, you know, there's some things I don't really approve of. You know what I'm saying? You know, the whole controversial thing, like I said, I repeat again about Wilder. I don't think to this day, I don't think he wants to fight Wilder. No pun intended when I say to this day, right? I mean, it's just, but to now, currently, I don't think Anthony Joshua wants to fight Wilder. So, but, you know, he boxes nice. Never took anything away from him, you know. I like his personality, you know what I'm saying? When it comes to, he's a very nice guy, you know. I really like his approach, you know what I'm saying? But Anthony Joshua can box. I'm not taking anything away from his skills, man. So we saw that against Pulev, did amazing, you know what I'm saying? But then again, you got to consider his opponent. Pulev wasn't, you know, yeah, sometimes I don't understand the hype that, you know, I understand promoters, they try to hype things up and they got to do their jobs. That's their job. You know what I'm saying? That's their job. But Pulev, I mean, there's a reason why I didn't really talk about this fight, you guys. You know, ladies and gentlemen, those who are listening, there's a reason why I didn't really talk about Anthony Joshua and Pulev. Go to my channel, check it out. I didn't even make a video on it. I didn't even make a video on that. Why? Because Anthony Joshua is at the point in his career. Check this out, ladies and gentlemen. Anthony Joshua is at the point of his career. A lot of people criticize and talk to, okay, if I'm not mistaken, Anthony Joshua didn't want to fight. And a lot of people in the boxing community talking about, no, Anthony Joshua shouldn't fight Luis Ortiz. Look at his age. But then look at Pulev's age. I mean, come on, man. Don't be, you know what I'm saying? And if I'm not mistaken, how old was Klitschko when he fought Anthony Joshua? Come on, man. We got to be, you know what I'm saying? So the reason why I say all this, you guys, is because Anthony Joshua is at the stage or at the point of his career where he should have fought Luis Ortiz. You know what I'm saying? He should have fought Deontay Wilder already. He has to fight. It's time. It's time. You know what I'm saying? I mean, he has all those belts. It's time. It's time. You know, I'm not saying Anthony Joshua hasn't stepped up, but it's kind of like, you know, it's time. No more of these Pulevs, no more of these Povetkin's, no more of the, you know what I'm saying? It's time. You know, I like Anthony Joshua too. You know, he can box. And I want to see those skills put to the test now. I really do. I'm not saying they haven't been put to the test. They have been against Andy Ruiz. But then again, he avenged that loss. How many fighters, listen, ladies and gentlemen, please, how many fighters right now are rematching to avenge their losses? We're not seeing that much. I definitely give the credit to Anthony Joshua when he did that. I definitely give the credit. I definitely give the credit to Anthony Joshua when he lost against Andy Ruiz, massive smashing he received. What did he do, though? He went back to training, man. He was focused. He didn't even cut his hair. You know what I'm saying? He was that serious. And it made me change my mind. I think I made a video, like I said, some time ago about that, you know, in the build-up to the rematch of Andy Ruiz and Anthony Joshua. Anthony Joshua went back to the drawing board, and he trained his butt off, and he got the win. You know, however way he got the win, and he boxed cleanly, you know, in the rematch. So, you know, and how many fighters are doing that nowadays, ladies and gentlemen? How many? Look, just as a quick example, Rolly against Martinez. You know, everybody's hyping about right now what Rolly put recently on Twitter about Haney, you know, talking crap to Haney, talking this, you know, bull jive, all this stuff, you know, beehive stuff, whatever they call it, Rolly on Twitter and Instagram, whatever the heck the platform was, you know, running his mouth off about Haney. You know, and I put a tweet. I responded to that tweet. I looked for the source. I went to the source. I went to all due respect to Rolly's you know, platform and Twitter, and I put, you know what, go and rematch the guy who beat you. You know, go and rematch Martinez and convince the world. I didn't explain it like that, but go and rematch Martinez. That's what you got to be doing. You know what I'm saying? Go and convince the world that you really, you know, can beat somebody legitimately, a boxer. You know what I'm saying? Nobody's doing that, ladies and gentlemen. Not many people are doing that nowadays. How, you know, I'm sure, yeah, of course we do. Okay, definitely, guys. Charlo against Harrison. He went and rematched him. You know what I'm saying? He went back and avenged that loss. Controversial loss. You know what I'm saying? Not many fighters are rematching each other anymore, ladies and gentlemen. Some do, obviously. I'm not saying they don't, no. But you know what I'm saying? So I definitely give the credit to Anthony Joshua. I'm saying all this because I do give the credit to Anthony Joshua and rematching Andy Ruiz, avenging his loss. You know what I'm saying? And we don't see that much nowadays. But at the same time, okay, I do want to see Anthony Joshua's skills put to the test now against these top guys. It's time. It's been time that he fought Wilder, man. It's been time. It's been time. But I personally think Anthony Joshua doesn't want to fight Deontay Wilder, sorry. You know, I don't think he wants to fight Bronze Bomber, man. I mean, we see that to a certain extent. Anthony Joshua has a suspect chin. Imagine the power that Anthony Joshua will receive and one right hand from Wilder. But then again, I want to see it. Listen, please. I want to see that put to this test because Anthony Joshua got skills. He got boxing skills. You know what I'm saying? And what I want to see, and I've been saying it, what I want to see Wilder improve on is his footwork. What I want to see Wilder improve on, and I know he can do it. I've been saying it time and time again on my channel. You know, when I do talk about Wilder, I know he can improve on his footwork. I know he can improve on more active jabs, double jabs, triple jabs. You know what I'm saying? Combos on the inside, go to the body more. I know he can be more diversified in his skill set. You know what I'm saying? Deontay Wilder, I know he can. You know what I'm saying? And I want to see that against Anthony Joshua. I definitely want to see that. You know what I'm saying? But for some reason or another, Anthony Joshua, I don't think he wants to smoke. I don't think he wants to fight Wilder. But it's time. It's been time for Anthony Joshua to fight skilled fighters like Luis Ortiz, skilled boxers. You know what I'm saying? Now, okay. And like I said, I want to focus right now on Anthony Joshua because he just fought Pulev. So, and the aftermath. Okay. What's next? What's next? You know what I'm saying? We can hoorah a lot about his performance against Pulev, but there's really nothing too much. Okay, I'm not trying to take anything away from Anthony Joshua's win. No, but there's not too much to hoorah about because Pulev is Pulev, ladies and gentlemen. I repeat, that's why I didn't really make a video on this whole buildup because I knew what was going to happen. I knew Anthony Joshua was going to go and smash Pulev. I knew it, man. I mean, you know what I'm saying? So now let's talk about the aftermath. You know, that's exactly what I want to talk about with Shakur Stevenson and Nakatani also. The aftermath, you know, what's next for these fighters? You know what I'm saying? Let me get to the chat real quick. You guys jumping in. Thank you guys so much, man. Thank you guys so much, man. You got here, using range and footwork is not running. But his chin, yeah, exactly. Chen Smoke, thanks so much. We got Curtis Anderson in the building, the family, man. OG right here, man. Thanks so much, Curtis, for jumping in. Bruce goes jumping in also. Thank you guys so much for jumping in. So we're talking a little bit about Anthony Joshua and Pulev. Now we're talking about the aftermath. And you're right, Chen Smoke. And a lot of people talk, some people did criticize that. And I heard it from the boxing community. That just goes to show how ignorant sometimes, boxing community is. Not all of them, not all of the boxing community, of course not. But, exactly, Chen Smoke. Thank you. Using range and footwork is not running. Exactly. But you even got people talking about, listen, please, guys, ladies and gentlemen, whoever's going to tune in later. We even got people talking about now Shakur Stevenson. I've heard around there along the wayside, whatever, right? That people are saying that that Shakur Stevenson is he didn't put on a really exciting performance against what was the guy he just fought? Clayton, something like that. Amazing performance. A lot of people don't even know really how to analyze and how to appreciate the art of the sport of boxing, the sweet science. That's why it's called the sweet science. It's not just about going in and knocking a guy out, man. I mean, we've got to understand that, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes I appreciate even more seeing performances like what Shakur Stevenson did, seeing performances like what Anthony Joshua did against Andrew Reese in the rematch. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes I appreciate that a lot more than just seeing a guy knock out everybody. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, you're definitely right, Chen Smoke. People who are saying that, oh yeah, Anthony Joshua was running. And I repeat, Anthony Joshua, he was receiving some shots on the inside by Andrew Reese in the rematch. A lot of people don't really talk about that. I don't know why, you know what I'm saying? And he did get rocked. Man, go back and watch the rematch. You know what I'm saying? All those people who criticize that, you know what I'm saying? Go back and watch the rematch when Anthony Joshua rematched Andrew Reese. He got some nice hits. He received nice shots in the inside by Andrew Reese. Them swinging right and left hooks. Boom, boom. And it had Anthony Joshua rocked, man. He was being moved left and right. Boom, like a rag doll to a certain extent. But what did Anthony Joshua do? He took it. He went back. He used his foot. Excuse me. He used his footwork to avoid. Smart defense, smart defensive skills. I mean, come on, man. A lot of people don't even know really how to analyze and how to enjoy, how to appreciate the sport of boxing when fighters fight in the ring. You know what I'm saying? And so I say all this because now it's time for, Anthony Joshua. What's next? It's time to fight the top guys. And I reiterate one more time. We're going to get to the chat right here. Thank you guys for jumping in. Y'all jumping in, man. I reiterate one more time. It's time for Anthony Joshua, man, to really face these guys. I wish Father Time's ticking. Luis Ortiz, if he doesn't fight Luis Ortiz, you know what I'm saying? I think that would be a great matchup. All these people who criticize that matchup, just hush puppies. You know what I'm saying? All due respect, I say, just shut up. Just you see what I'm saying? That I don't really this is why, listen, please guys, this is why I don't do debates. You know what I'm saying? People try to call you out and you don't know what the heck you're talking about. That's why I don't do debates. You know what I'm saying? Check this out. And salute to Drew Titan, man. Big fan right there, man. Drew Titan, he went on Keon, everything boxing, man, Keon, salute to the family there too. I was tuning in yesterday and he was with Monty Brown. Salute to our family. You know what I'm saying? Brothers out there, man. Love them. Drew Titan jumped in. I thought I was the only one. That's just me. I've said it time and time again in my videos. I'm in my own lane. I do my own thing. You know what I'm saying? I don't, Drew Titan talked about, he was talking about, Fury and Wilder, the whole thing there, the situation. And he was talking about, he said the same as I say. He doesn't do debates and I don't do debates because sometimes, man, people just, ignore certain fundamental things and important aspects of the sport of boxing. They just ignore it and they try to debate you and, I don't have time for that. That I don't have time for that. That's just me. You know what I'm saying? Other people do though. Other people do and they do it wonderfully. Other people debate and they do it wonderfully and it's nice. I got nothing against it, but I just don't do it because how can you debate somebody? How can you debate against somebody who says, oh yeah, like Chen Smoke is saying right here. A lot of people were criticizing that. Oh yeah, Anthony Joshua was just running, man. And in the rematch, he was just running and just shut up. What? You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? It's like, come on. People don't even know how to appreciate, the sweet science. The sport of boxing is an art. Okay. Go check out when you guys have time, go check out my trailer to this channel. That's what I said in the introduction. I gave a formal introduction to my channel, welcoming to everybody, and I said there, the sport of boxing is an art. You know what I'm saying? And it is. A lot of people don't even know how to appreciate, art. You know, the sport, the art in the sport of boxing, the art aspect, the artistic element in the sport of boxing, the sweet science of the sport of boxing. You know what I'm saying? So let me get to the chat here, man. We got Curtis Anderson up in the building. Hey, Kurt. Hey, Stormy B Man, just want to throw us in there, Kurt, while you're here. Stormy B Man, he invited me. Awesome stuff, man. He invited me on Sunday, you know, to talk about general boxing. He's doing something new, you know, like on Sundays, if I'm mistaken. He started doing something new on the StreamYard platform. He invited me there. We talked some little boxing there, great stuff. And I mentioned to him, Kurt, about continuing boxing then and now. You know, so we're going to get this in soon, man. We got to continue boxing then and now, family. You know, Reggie's up for it. If I remember, you're up for it too. I remember mentioning it to you some time ago. So we're in it, man. We're in it. So we got to continue. Episode 8, man. Episode 8 for boxing then and now. We're going to definitely get it out. And just to throw it out there right now, guys, you're going to see it very soon. Lord willing, boxing then and now, part 8. Good stuff, man. So we got, you know, Curtis Anderson, Stormy B Man, OG, you know what I'm saying, and Reggie Owens, definitely, man. So we got G5 in the building, saluting everybody. Thanks so much for jumping in, man. Rommel Lane is in the building also. You guys are awesome, man. Thank you guys so much for jumping in. Okay, so that's the thing. Let me get back to this. So Anthony Joshua, it's time for him to, I'm going to get your comments in a moment, you guys. So Anthony Joshua, it's time for him, you know, and I want to see next year Anthony Joshua against Andy Ruiz. I want to see. Now, the thing here is that, check this out, guys. Check this out. This is why I don't buy into, and I don't even make videos about it really. Sometimes I do. It just depends. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not buying the hype right now with Anthony Joshua and Tyson Fury. That's not going to happen soon, guys. That's not going to happen soon, ladies and gentlemen. You think that Hearn wants to risk those belts again? No. They're just going to be going back and forth. I already see it. I already see it coming. Next year, Lord willing, okay, we see next year. I'll think, you know, I'm optimistic. We're going to be good. You know, boxing is going to still be slamming, doing great things. You know what I'm saying? Just watch, guys. Next year, in the duration of next year, Anthony Joshua and Tyson Fury are going to be going back and forth. Tyson Fury is going to be going on his cell phone and, you know, posting in Twitter, Instagram, whatever the heck platform he uses. And, you know, oh, you, Anthony Joshua. And, you know, they're going to be going back and forth. And then the promoters are going to be, you know, the Zone is going to be throwing whatever the heck, you know, promotional companies they're in, you know, Tyson Fury at Top Rank, whatever, right? They're going to be putting out, oh, who's going to win? And they're not going to fight. Okay? They're not going to fight. Okay? They're not going to fight next year. I highly doubt it. Okay, let me consider this at least. They'll probably fight at the end of 2020. Maybe. Okay? We're not going to see it. Why? Because Alexander Usyk is sticking his nose in between this, right? And there's another guy, I don't know who it is. I think Povetkin, I think is in WBC, another whatever the heck champ you want to call him. He has a belt in the WBC, whatever it is, in the rankings, okay? And also, we got to consider Deontay Wilder and Tyson Fury, the trilogy. So we're not going to see an Anthony Joshua, Tyson Fury soon, ladies and gentlemen. I highly doubt it. I hope we do, though. And time again, I've been saying that. I hope I'm wrong. I hope I'm wrong. I hope I'm wrong in several things that I say. Because if I'm wrong, that shows that we're going to see great things. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, don't buy the hype, you guys. You guys don't have to buy the hype and, oh, Anthony Joshua, Tyson Fury, who's going to win? You know, right when Anthony Joshua beat Pulev, then automatically we saw a bunch of posts, you know, with these promotional companies. And you see Hearn talk, oh, yeah, we want to get Anthony Joshua, Tyson Fury next. Definitely. Oh, yeah. Just stop stop blowing smoke up, you know, fans' behinds. You know what I'm saying? Stop blowing smoke up, fans' behinds. We see through the curtain. We see through the smoke and mirrors. It's just smoke and mirrors. You know what I'm saying? And it's annoying. I want to focus on what's legit. I want to focus on what's real. I want to focus on, I don't do that La La Land stuff. I don't have time for it. I have time to talk about real fights, real things that are really going on. I'm a realistic person. I'm real. You know, I got my feet on the floor. I got my 10 toes, you know, planted on nature, on the floor, or whatever you want to call it, right? I mean, I'm a realist. I'm an optimistic too, but I got a certain degree of realism. I'm a realist. I don't talk La La Land. I don't talk, oh yeah, Anthony Joshua, if they fight next, they're not going to fight next. I don't know. I might kind of sound weird. I guess I'm on a rant, right? I guess some people will listen and, oh, you know, Renee Boxion's on a rant, man. He doesn't know what he's talking about. That, whatever. But I'm just speaking my mind. But, you know, the reason why I say all this, because I'm tired of seeing this time and time again, this nonsense, and I don't have too much time to talk about it. So the reason why I say all this is to get my point out clear on this. you can forget Tyson Fury and Anthony Joshua next. It's not going to happen. Okay, because Alexander Usyk, when he beat who did he beat? Yeah, Chisora. When he beat Chisora, post fight conference, whatever you want to call it, interview, Usyk, I'm coming for you. Usyk's kind of a weird guy, but whatever, that's him. Okay, Anthony Joshua, I'm coming for you with his big old eyes. He has that serial killer look, dude. I don't know about Usyk, man. He's a funny guy. He's a cool guy. I'm sure he's a cool guy in person, but he has that serial killer look, man. Those big old eyes, man, like a horror movie. I don't know. But anyways, the reason why I say this is because we're most likely going to see Usyk versus Anthony Joshua. I hope we do see that. I'm not knocking it. Why? Because Usyk, man, what the heck? How the heck does Usyk become first mandatory against Anthony Joshua in WBO rankings? How the heck does Usyk become first? I got to repeat it. How does Anthony Joshua become first in rankings, in the WBO rankings? How does he become number 2, last I seen, in the WBC rankings? Above Luis Ortiz? Please. These are just foolish rankings sometimes, ladies and gentlemen. These are some foolish rankings, ladies and gentlemen. Please. Who did he fight in the heavyweight division so far? Maybe there's another name out there. I don't know. But Witherspoon? Chisora? I mean, come on, man. And why do I want to see? Why am I saying that I want to see Anthony Joshua versus Usyk? So Anthony Joshua can get the heck Usyk out the way, man. Get him out the way, Yes, it sounds contradictory that it's, like I said earlier, it's been time that Anthony Joshua fight Luis Ortiz. It's been time that Anthony Joshua fight Wilder, and now it's time for him to fight Fury. But we're not going to see those fights, unfortunately, most likely. But it's time to see Anthony Joshua put to the test against his high caliber, top-notch heavyweights. You know what I'm saying? And I want to see him fight to a certain extent Usyk, to get Usyk out the way and put him in the rankings where he should be. Because these rankings are whack sometimes. Big whack. Big whack. You know what I'm saying? Anthony, go fight Usyk and just put him in his place. Go put him in his place. You guys think, and I'm even hearing this, like I'm saying, it's nonsense sometimes with these promoters, with all these, tweets, whatever the heck they put in social media. Oh yeah, Usyk's next for Anthony. Who will win? I mean, just, oh yeah, dude. Sometimes, dude. Let's get to it. Oh, I'm having fun, man. You guys are jumping in. Let me get to you. Let me get to chat. It was a good performance, but I'm be honest. Okay, he could hit the guy clean without getting touched. He should have got him out of there. Who are we talking about? Right now I'm Anthony. Are you talking about Anthony Joshua and Pulev, fam? Salute to Jay Dixon. Thanks so much for jumping in. You guys are jumping in. Thank you guys so much, man. So we're talking about right now AJ. Maybe I think it was a good performance. Yeah. Anthony Joshua did great. I like his performance. I liked it against Pulev. But then again, we got to consider. I got to repeat. It was Pulev. So, and that's exactly why I just got to repeat one more time. That's why I didn't make any videos about it. Anthony Joshua and Pulev. I'm not hyping a fight that shouldn't be hyped. It was nice to see, but that's why I didn't talk about it, because I knew AJ was going to go and smash him. So, man, I mean, but it's promoters' jobs to do it. But, that whole face-off that Pulev and Anthony Joshua had and them talk. You know what? It's interesting. Let me say something real fast. Do you guys think sometimes these face-offs are staged? Call me whatever the heck you guys want. Other people who are maybe lurking in the background and, those people who put dislikes, whatever. I don't care. But, oh yeah, he's a conspiracy guy, whatever. But it's funny because, like I said, I got a friend down here in Mexico. I update him and stuff like that in the sport of boxing, and he loves the sport of boxing. But he's one of those guys from back in the day. He's one of those guys, man. He grew up here in Mexico. He's one of those guys that is used to seeing Eric Morales versus Barrera. He's used to seeing these types of fights. He's used to seeing the Pacquiao's versus the Manuel Marquez, 4 fights, rematches. You know what I'm saying? He's used to those types of fights. He's not used to what we see nowadays, but he appreciates it. And I show him, the good fighters and stuff like that, up and comers and la. And when he sees these, I show him these face-offs and he says, man, this is fake. I mean, can you believe that? And I'm not talking about a guy, a casual, of course. No, this guy is rooted in the sport of boxing. In the glory days, the golden era of the sport of boxing, the golden era of the heavyweights, the golden era of, the real legendary. I'm talking about real legendary Mexican fighters, the Oscar de la Hoyas, the, what I'm saying? Those fighters. You know, the Barreras, the Morales, the the Marquez, Manuel Marquez. I mean, these guys, you know. And when he sees face-offs, sometimes he's like, man, is this staged or what? This looks like just staged. This looks like WWE. Sometimes it's just like, sometimes I see these, not all the time, obviously. There are some genuine face-offs where you're like, whoa, but sometimes, that's why why do I say this? Because Anthony Joshua and Pulev, that face-off where they were just talking crap to each other, and I don't know, man. I wasn't really hyped up because I knew it was going to happen. I knew. Did you guys see how when Pulev was getting smashed, he was like smiling? So what the heck are you smiling about, bro? You're getting your head pounded. I think it was before his first knockdown, man. Respect to Pulev though, man. But I mean, when he was getting smashed by Anthony Joshua, his face was all red. I remember it clearly, man. Pulev's face was all red. I think it was a mix of embarrassment and trying to show off to the crowd that I'm not getting hurt. He opened his mouth, he's like, dude, what are you laughing about, bro? You're getting smashed. So that's why I didn't make any videos about this whole Anthony Joshua Pulev buildup. I've never hyped about it. I knew it was going to happen. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, thank you guys so much for jumping in, man. All is cool. Hope you're well, Kurt. Yeah, definitely, man. Salute family here. So we'll get here. And Shakur started playing around and was going back and forth with his trainer instead of, yeah, we're going to get to that in a moment. Let's get to that right now. So, just to culminate, just to give a quick summary on what I think Anthony Joshua should do next, it was clear. He has to fight these top-notch heavyweights. It's time. It's been time to do it. It's been time to do it. Which heavyweights am I talking about? I'm talking about Wilder. It's been years for him to fight Wilder, but I personally don't think I think he wants to. Anthony Joshua doesn't want to fight Wilder. That's just my personal humble opinion. He doesn't want to do it. Hearn and him can continue giving that run around, and mostly Hearn, giving that blabbing away, saying 100 things, millions of things, having those hour-long interviews and just saying this and that, blah, 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 blowing smoke up people's behinds. That's what it is. Okay, so he doesn't want to fight Deontay Wilder. We know that, but it's been time for him to do that. Even though Anthony Joshua loses against Deontay Wilder, I think Anthony Joshua has some decent skills that would be nice to see against Deontay Wilder. But he don't want to fight him. Luis Ortiz, it's been time for him to fight him. Tyson Fury, we know the story. It's not going to happen. But that would be an amazing fight. But it's not going to happen soon, so we can forget that. So I guess the next best bet for Anthony Joshua is to fight Usyk, just to put Usyk in his place in the rankings. Throw him down there in the rankings around at least 10. Throw him down there, Anthony Joshua. Go and smash him and do what you got to do there. And I'm not going to even be close to hyping that fight up. If that fight is announced next, like I said, I'm almost positive we're not going to see Tyson Fury, guys, next. Of course not. We're going to probably see it early 2022. If it happens late 2021, awesome, but I doubt it's going to happen. Okay, so I think the next best bet, what's going to happen here, the movements that they do, the politics and blah, blah, blah business that we call it, right? It's going to be most likely Usyk, okay? And I would like to see that just for the fact of, Usyk, go down there in the totem pole. Go back down, please, in the heavyweight division. You don't deserve to be ranked number 1 in WBO. You don't deserve to be ranked, and I'm not talking about championship, the mandatory, whatever the heck they call it, right? So he's ranked number 1. Usyk is ranked number 1 in WBO. He's ranked number 2 in WBC. I don't know how the heck he got up there. He didn't even fight Luis Ortiz. I mean, come on, guys. You see what I'm saying? It's just foolish rankings sometimes, man. These sanctioning bodies are whack sometimes, man. Not all the time, I'm saying, because there are some decent, I understand certain champs, not all of them though. Certain champs are champs because they deserve it. Okay. For example, Spence. For example, the Charlos. I mean, there are lots of examples, whatever. But so how the heck can Usyk be ranked number 2 in the WBC rankings and Luis Ortiz is 3 and he hasn't even fought? And Usyk hasn't even fought Luis Ortiz. Usyk hasn't even fought Andy Ruiz. Andy Ruiz is 4. I mean, come on, this is nonsense sometimes. Andy Ruiz is ranked 5 in the WBO rankings, and Usyk is 1. This is, oh my gosh, dude. I mean, come on. And I repeat, please. I repeat, this is why I want to see Anthony Joshua. I would like to see Anthony Joshua fight Usyk next, just to put Usyk down in the rankings and the heavyweight. It's just nonsense how they rank people sometimes. It's definite nonsense sometimes how people rank, how these guys rank these guys. It's just nonsense. So yeah, we're going to get to Shakur right now. So that's just my conclusion on Anthony Joshua and what should be next for him. So, okay. And what's most likely going to be next for him. So yeah, all this arguing debates. Yeah, exactly. That's why I don't do it, J.A. I don't got time for debates. I don't got time for all that stuff. I mean, I'm not saying, like I said, bro, sometimes, some platforms do it amazingly, but I'm not in for that. I'm not in. That's just not my lane. And much less to people who don't even know much about the, and they're biased. Listen, you can't win. You're not going to win, and you're not going to convince anybody. For example, this whole Bud and Spence stuff. Okay. If, for example, let's just kick a quick example. If there's a big Spence fan here, I'm sorry, Bud Crawford fan, whatever fan, and I'm saying something legit and totally coherent and totally that's backed up and blah, blah, blah. And you have a Bud guy that's completely Bud and doesn't want to hear anything of facts, you're never going to win. And it's just a waste of time. That's just for me. That's just for me. Other platforms do it amazingly, man. But it's just a waste of time. For example, if Bud's sister comes on here, all due respect to her, the queen, blessings to her, you know what I'm saying? But if she comes on here and I start speaking facts and blah, 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 you're not going to win, man. That's why I just don't do that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I don't do that. Oh, great, Kurt. Heck yeah. Man, ladies and gentlemen, Boxing Then and Now. It's going to come soon. Lord willing, man. It's going to come soon. Yeah, man, we're going to do this. ASAP Sam is in the building. What's going on, man? Yeah, we're going to get to that. Okay, everyone's talking about it. Let's get it. Let's go to Nakatani. Let's go to Nakatani first. Then we're going to get to Shakur. Ooh, yeah, save the best for last, right? No, I was kidding. Okay, we're going to get to Nakatani. You guys are jumping in the building. Thanks so much. Hey, remember to like, remember to subscribe, remember to share, man. Remember to share. This platform is just a neutral platform where we love the sport of boxing. That's all we do. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, man. We love the sport of boxing. Y'all are jumping in here. So let's talk about Nakatani. If I'm not mistaken, he got broken orbital bone or something like that around his eye after the Felix Verdejo fight. Man, I made a video about it some time ago. I made a video and let me reiterate, please. I made a final thoughts video on Friday before Nakatani versus Felix Verdejo. I made a final thoughts video. I went live at night. And those who jumped in know about it, right? Those who tuned in afterwards know about it. And I talked about, I'm not convinced yet. I'm not convinced yet of Felix Verdejo fighting the top at 135. Because he said it. I made a video about it. He said, Felix Verdejo came out, and this was, weeks before. This was weeks before, or a couple weeks or a week before the Nakatani versus Verdejo fight night, okay? He said that he was ready for the top at 135. But then again, I was like, you know what? Nakatani is not any other fighter, man. This guy is tough. And I remember in the Final Thoughts live session that I went on Friday night, the day before Nakatani versus Verdejo, I said, I'm not convinced that Verdejo is ready for the top in the division because I want to see how he performs against Nakatani. Y'all know the story. Felix Verdejo had the fight in the bag, man. He had the fight in the bag. He had it in his pocket. He knocked Nakatani down a couple times, and then he had his legs like chicken legs, reminded me of Canelo, what he did against Austin Trout years ago. He had him chicken legs. He had the fight in the bag, man. It was round 9, if I'm not mistaken. And I was thinking, man, just a couple more rounds, you got the fight, Verdejo. Fight smart. Don't be dumb, man. Use your defense. Be smart. You can risk a round. It's all right. Risk a round. What do I mean by that? Back off, man. Just use the jab and back off. Stay at a safe distance. You got the fight, man. You don't have to go in and impress the whole world. You already did. You got the fight in the bag, man. And what happened? Oh, my gosh, dude. What happened? And I like Felix Verdejo. I love his skills. And what happened? Man, Felix Verdejo jumped in, something like that. And wow, Nakatani caught him with a beautiful left jab. Pass. Man, Felix Verdejo went flying back, man, backpedaling to the ropes, man, off balance, and it was game over. It was over. When I saw that, I was like, my gosh. Now, Nakatani, he's not the best with defense. He gets clipped a lot, man. He's a good fighter, though. What he has to his advantage is his height, his reach. He's super tough. He's super strong, has an amazing chin. Even though he goes down time and time again, he gets back up and he keeps fighting. He keeps going forward. He doesn't back off. And that pressure, check this out, please. And check this out. In the Final Thoughts video, I go back to that because it's there. The receipts are there. It's on my channel. Friday night, I went live, talked about this. I said, let's see if Felix Verdejo doesn't get discouraged after, if he boxes and gives him all he has against Nakatani. Let's see if he doesn't get discouraged by Nakatani's tough chin and by Nakatani going back like he did throughout the whole fight against Teofimo. Some people had Nakatani winning against Teofimo. So I was saying, let's see if this guy doesn't get discouraged because he did, You know, what happened to him in his first loss? Well, now he has 2 losses. But in his first loss, you know, let's see if he learned from that. Fighting a taller, rangier guy. Let's see if he doesn't get discouraged after round after round after round, giving it your all and nothing, you know, you're not taking this guy down, you know? And what happens? Round 9, boom, man. I mean, oh, man, I really had my hopes up for Felix Verdejo. I still do, but now we see Felix Verdejo has a suspect chin, man. Has a suspect chin. He's one of those type of guys, what we see so far, that he can box, man. He's definitely skilled, but his chin. Now, Nakatani. Now, on the flip side, check this out. Nakatani, okay, at 135. Let me get to this. Hold on. So they fought at 135, if I'm not mistaken, right? They fought at 135. So let me just double check real fast just to confirm what I was thinking here. Yeah, they fought at 135. So Nakatani, and a lot of people are talking about right now. Listen, guys, Nakatani, from what I heard, I don't know if it's confirmed. I didn't really research it. I mean, somebody confirm it to me, please. But from what I heard, Nakatani, after he fought Teofimo Lopez, and I talked about this in my final thoughts between Verdejo and Nakatani. Nakatani had an injury, brain injury, whatever the heck it was, and he wasn't cleared to fight by medics. You know, medical professionals didn't clear Nakatani to fight for a while. From what I heard, he was temporarily retired because of the magnitude of the injuries that he had against Teofimo Lopez. If I'm not mistaken, he sustained orbital broke bone or whatever fracture they want to call it against Felix Verdejo. I think I just saw that. So why? And I've said it time and time again. It's because Nakatani, he gets hit a lot. He doesn't have the best defense. So I don't know, man. These injuries that he's accumulating, and he, you know, in his career, Nakatani, yes, is tough, but I don't know if he's gonna become a champ in the division. I mean, I don't know. He's receiving too much punishment, man. Nakatani's receiving too much punishment. Yes, he's tough. Yes, blah blah blah. But he's receiving some punishment. He's received just with the last fight, just with Teofimo Lopez and Felix Verdejo. Even though Verdejo lost, you know, he's getting big punishment. Now, what's next for Nakatani? What's next? And for some other odd reason, he's not. I don't even see him in the rankings, man. I don't get it. You know what I'm saying? Going back to this rankings, I don't get it. I mean, from what I see right now, I'm seeing it right now. He's not in any of the rankings, man. He's not in the WBC rankings, the 15, unless I'm missing something here. Unless my eye, I don't know. WBC, he's not in the top 15, man. Nakatani, guys. Isn't that sad? I think he should be up there. But he just beat Felix Verdejo, man. Felix Verdejo is, last I checked here, last time I'm looking at it right now. This thing is not updated, or I don't know what the heck's going on. You know, Felix Verdejo is 15 in the WBC. Okay? Felix Verdejo. He is ranked in the WBO, ranked 11 in the WBO. Unless I'm missing something out here. Oh, yeah. Okay, I'm wrong. I'm sorry. Okay, I see it. WBO, as of today, at least, Nakatani is ranked 14. Okay, here we go. Maybe I'm just reading too quick. So he's ranked 14 in the WBO, but he just beat Felix Verdejo, who's ranked 11. So, I mean, that should push Nakatani up the ladder somewhere in the WBO. You know what I'm saying? It should push him up somewhere. And I think it would be nice to see him against, hold on one moment, you guys. So, he should be, that would be nice to see him against Lomachenko. So that would be cool. But so Nakatani, you know, in the rankings, I don't know what's going to be next for him, but he can fight. But then again, he has some, I don't know how long he's going to last. And, you know, with the injuries that he has, I have no idea, you know, it's kind of sketchy there, man. Kind of sketchy. So we'll see what's next for Nakatani, man. We'll see what's, oh, you're talking about Shakur? Okay, let's get to that right now. It's all good, Jay. It's all good. We're going to get to that. So I just want to, you know, brief summary. Felix Verdejo, I'm not sure. I don't know, man. He has a suspect chin. And to conclude with this, I don't think Felix Verdejo is ready for the top. Nah, he's not ready for the top yet. And at 135, nah, man. He's not ready for the top. You're talking about, you know, Ryan Garcia Verdejo. That would be amazing. That would be cool. You know what I'm saying? But I don't think he's, because Ryan Garcia is not the top. He's not considered the top. Not yet. He's going to fight Luke Campbell. We'll see what he has against him. You know what I'm saying? Javier Fortuna. I don't know if that would be an awesome fight, but Felix Verdejo, that chin. I'm not, kicking him to the curb yet. Felix Verdejo, of course not. I think come back, but that chin, I don't know, man. I don't know. We got TJ Sports. It's legit chat. Thank you so much, man. Thank you so much for jumping in, family. Thank you so much, man. You're awesome. Thanks so much for jumping in. So we're going to go to the chat here. Bruce goes, yes, they are staged. Yeah, you see? Thank you, Bruce. Thanks for confirming that. You can just, it's just pretty stupid sometimes. I think it's foolish sometimes when they stage that stuff and face-offs. You think the opponents themselves are a great matchup. It's going to sell itself. You don't need to be someone you're not and sit there and facing off and, what? And then pushing each other and, pointing your finger at the other guy. And that's just, I tell you what, man. I tell you what. If it's a great fight, people know, and it's going to sell itself. You know what I'm saying? I mean, yeah. So thanks, Bruce, for clarifying that. Yeah, they are staged. Ollie used gorgeous George style to sell himself. Perfect WB. Oh, okay. I mean, I'm not knocking it. You know what I'm saying? But for me, I just don't think, when a face off, when it's when you see it's genuine rivalry or something like that, then you know it. But when it's staged, I'm specifically talking about AJ and Pulev. That was an unnecessary. I mean, I don't see why they did that. You know what I'm saying? Okay, cool. You guys talking about there. Okay, cool. I truly want to see all these guys with names face each other, but they move so exactly. So tongue twister. So strategically, it's like they're scared to find out who's the top dog. I personally think that's one of the things with Bud Crawford. I think that he just doesn't want to lose that. He's comfortable. That's just one example. I mean, there are several out there. You know what I'm saying? So we got Jay saying that. So let's talk about Shakur. Let me just get to the chat real quick. JC. The author, what's going on, family? Man, got a great channel over there. Go subscribe to the family right there, man. Thank you so much for jumping in the building. Thank you guys so much. D Hodges is in the building, man. Y'all are jumping in. I appreciate each and every one of you. Y'all remember to like it up. I'm sure you guys already did, man. Go ahead and subscribe if there are any new listeners. All the new subscribers, thank you guys so much, man. I've been getting new subscribers lately, man. Great stuff, man. Thank you guys so much for subscribing. The old subscribers that have been with me since day one, the day ones, man. Love you guys, man. Everybody who's been up in here. Thanks so much. D Hodge is up in here. Cool. Kurt, we can all cool. Okay, cool. Yeah, I didn't catch what you guys talking about, but yeah, y'all chatting away. Good stuff right there, man. Bruce Go says here, Nakatani was fighting against his neurologist. Yeah, man. He passed the commission physical, but that worries me. Me too, Bruce. Me too. That's why I'm fishy. I'm kind of suspect about Nakatani's future in the career, man. Just generally speaking, I don't know if he's going to fight these top guys. He fought Teofimo. He got an injury there. Post fight, he got a really serious injury, but he's still fighting. And he got knocked down a couple times. If I'm not mistaken, he got something around the orbital bone after fighting Felix. I don't know about Nakatani as far as his health and his future and his career. You know what I'm saying? ASAP Sansai, Nakatani is a good test he's a good test. Kind of reminds me of like a Porter. Obviously, they're different styles completely, but kind of reminds me of like a Porter, but at 135. As far as competition, not skills, not like, the styles. No. But yeah. I mean, but I don't know how much longer he has, man, with these injuries he's accumulating. You know what I'm saying? Box fans in the building, man. What's going on, Box fans? What's going on, family? What's going on? Thanks so much for jumping in. Mike 202 is also in the building, man. Thanks so much for jumping in. I don't think I saw you and shouted you out. Thanks so much for jumping in. They had to test dummies. Take the vaccine on live TV. Oh, yeah. Oh, okay. The vaccine talking about there. Okay. Boxing G5. I don't know if I saluted you. Thanks so much for jumping in. G5's in the building. Awesome, man. Thanks so much, man. Reggie Owens is in the building, man. I repeat one more time, ladies and gentlemen, you're going to see sooner than later. You're going to see boxing then and now, man. We're going to continue that definitely with Reggie Owens, Stormy B, man, the OG, Curtis Anderson, the historian. We're going to get that definitely. Part 8 of boxing then and now. We're going to get it soon. I got to organize it, man. I got the time now to do it. We're ready. We're ready to go. No, what are you talking about? My bad. You're good, Mike. You're good, man. What are you talking about? No bad. No bad. You're good, bro. Don't apologize about anything. So, all right, let's get to Shakur Stevenson, guys. Shakur Stevenson, man, great performance. You already know the story. Great performance. Beautiful performance. Now, I do want to focus on this, though. Everybody knows the fight. Everybody broke it down. Everybody gave the post-fight reaction. And I agree with everybody, with most people, what they're saying. Shakur Stevenson, man, and I've been saying it. On my channel. You know what I'm saying? I've been saying it as far as, Shakur Stevenson. And I made a video months ago. This was months ago about People are sleeping on Shakur Stevenson because not a lot of people were talking about Shakur Stevenson. Not a lot of people have been talking about Shakur Stevenson. I have though since months and months ago. But this was recently. I don't remember many months ago. I made a video talking about people are sleeping on Shakur Stevenson. People are sleeping on him. I haven't been because I know that this kid, man, just look how he boxed. Just look how he boxed. This kid is smart. This kid has Bud Crawford on his side. This kid, this young man, I refer to kid. When I say kid, it's like a young man. Okay, don't think I'm. It's because of my age, and our age differences. One moment. Hold on, guys. Hold on. One moment. Okay, sorry. So this kid, man, he was even coaching Greer. I think his name is Joshua Greer in one of his recent fights. Shakur Stevenson coaching people. Man, this kid he's light years ahead of his age, ladies and gentlemen. When it comes to his maturity, when it comes to his skills, he's ahead of his age. He's ahead of his age. And I said this before 2 months ago. I said that this kid, he fights like a seasoned vet, man. 130, man. 130 better, they're gonna be put on notice. They're put on notice because what he said, okay, you already know the story about how he fought. You already know the story. It's funny because I was laughing a little bit because Andre Ward and Timothy Bradley were going back and forth. Timothy Bradley, I think it was around round 8. Timothy Bradley was like, man, they got to stop this fight. And it's funny because Andre Ward was like, if I'm not mistaken, it was Andre Ward. No, just let them fight. You know what I'm saying? There's opportunities. Shakur's opponent can have an opportunity. Let him fight. He's still in it. You know what I'm saying? And then Bradley was like, no, they should stop the fight. And Andre Ward was like, oh, you're negative Nancy. and Bradley was like, negative Nancy? No, man. Well, when they're getting a pounding and, it was funny. But you already know what happened in the ring. Shakur Stevenson did amazing. And let me get back to what Jay Dixon was saying here. Let me go back to what Jay Dixon was saying here. And, just let me go back. He said something in particular about Shakur Stevenson fighting, and there we go. Shakur started playing around and was going back and forth with his trainer instead of listening. But because people like him, they won't speak on it. But if it was Tank, you're right. But the thing here, Jade, I think, check this out, Jay. I think Shakur wasn't really criticized about that because I remember in the commentary, I think it was Andre Ward. He said, look at him. He's just talking in the corner. And that perspective of Shakur doing that in the ring, it's because like what I was saying, that he's just so advanced. He's just light years ahead. And the way, because we're talking about two different personalities, you know what I'm saying? I think that it would be more prone for people, not me, but for people to criticize Tank if he were to do that in the ring, talking in the corner, yelling at the corner, hey, no, yeah. Well, I couldn't get him in the left, and, talking in the corner while he's in the ring in a professional fight. Well, one moment, you guys, hold on. Okay, my bad. So what I think is because, hold on, I got a phone call, real call. Okay, my fault. Okay, so yeah, I think that Tank would be more prone to be criticized. And like I said, not by me, but by, some people, is because I think just because of the fact that, we see Shakur Stevenson, they're just different people. Like he's more disciplined. Shakur Stevenson is a lot more disciplined in and outside the ring. You know what I'm saying? And just because of the trajectory that Tank has, unfortunately, outside the ring, not recently, but, unfortunately throughout the years with Tank, just the lack of discipline sometimes. And I'm not talking about the weight thing. No, just generally how Tank has lived his life, just partying a lot out in the streets, just living that life, you know what I'm saying, with the crew. And I think that's why. I don't think it's really, you know what I'm saying? I don't think it's not too much of maybe a hate thing, but more because of how they just live their lives and how they conduct themselves. And like I said, I think it was Andre Ward. I understand Andre Ward, he favors Shakur, their buddy and stuff like that. And that's another element, an amazing element that Shakur Stevenson has in his team. He's just light years ahead, man. He's light years ahead of what he's bringing, you know what I'm saying, in the game, in the sport of boxing, man. So, so I think that's one of the reasons why he wasn't criticized, you know what I'm saying, by the community and by people, you know what I'm saying, generally speaking, that Shakur wasn't really criticized because Andre Ward, I think it was, when he was commentating, when he saw that Shakur was, speaking, to his corner while he was in the ring fighting. I don't remember which round it was, but I think it's, like what Andre Ward said too. He was saying something like, yeah, he's just so advanced that, he's just speaking to his corner. And, I think that's why, you know what I'm saying? I think that's why Tank would probably be like what you're saying, Jay Dixon, but because people like him, they won't speak on it. But if it was Tank, they would say he's undisciplined. They probably would, just for the fact of Tank's trajectory throughout the years. You know what I'm saying? But Tank is shaping up. I got nothing to take away from that with Tank. Recently he's shaping up. He's definitely shaping up. And, so we'll see what it is, man. But I understand your point. It's definitely Jay Dixon. I definitely understand your point, man. So let me get here real quick. Yeah, y'all guys are saluting each other. Okay, so Shakur Stevenson, check this out, guys. After he fought, okay, he's talking about, and I think it was even before. I think it was before he fought this guy. Before he fought, Shakur, he wants the winner between Jamel Herring and Carl Frampton. Okay, he wants to fight the winner also between Oscar Valdez and Miguel Berchelt. If I'm not mistaken, Oscar Valdez and Miguel Berchelt, they were scheduled to fight. Stupid Corona, man. Oh, man, I don't like this. Nobody likes any sickness, right? But I'm just, man. Anyways, now, it postponed the Miguel Berchelt-Oscar Valdez fight. If I'm not mistaken, they're going to be fighting early next year, if I'm not mistaken, from what I heard. Okay? Shakur Stevenson wants these guys. Shakur Stevenson wants to fight winner between Jamel Herring and Carl Frampton. He wants to fight, Oscar Valdez or Miguel Berchelt, whoever wins, But ladies and gentlemen, listen, please. Why isn't anybody speaking about Jojo Diaz? Horrible promotion, in my personal opinion, from Golden Boy. Horrible. What the heck's going on? You know what I'm saying? What's going on with Golden Boy? What's going on with Jojo Diaz? What's going on with Farmer? I don't understand this, just horrible promotion. Nobody's talking about Jojo Diaz. You know what I'm saying? Nobody's talking about Jojo Diaz. And but he's there. If I'm not mistaken, he's the IBF champ. So Shakur Stevenson, man, I think personally, I think he'll beat Miguel Berchelt. I understand a lot of people have him in high regard, Berchelt. I do too. Well, let me get to the chat before I continue with this, because Shakur trying to get all the, yeah, exactly. Facts ASAP. And I didn't even see that. And that's exactly what I want to talk about. I didn't even see that comment. And that's exactly what I want to talk about. So Shakur Stevenson, man, he wants these guys. And he's about it, okay? He's really about the business. So he wants to fight. And I'm not talking about the business of boxing, money, and yeah, of course, yeah, that's important. But he wants the belts. He wants the top guys. And he's not joking. Shakur Stevenson is not these kinds of guys that joke. Now, remember this, ladies and gentlemen. I think Miguel Berchelt, he's on top rank. Oscar Valdez is also on top rank. Jamel Herring is also on top rank. I mean, these guys, there are no excuses. They have to fight soon. They have to fight soon. Next year, we have to see these fights. We have to see Shakur Stevenson fight the winner out of Jamel Herring, or Carl Frampton. That would be amazing. That would be amazing. We have to see sooner or later next year. But maybe, I'm just theoretically speaking here, and that probably happen. It will probably happen like that. The winner of Jamel Herring and Carl Frampton, I made a video on that. I think it's going to be Frampton. Okay, whoever the winner is should fight Shakur Stevenson next. But most likely, pay attention, please. Most likely, the winner out of the winner out of that fight is not going to fight Shakur Stevenson next. I don't think it's going to happen, because I don't think they want to fight him, man. I don't think they want to fight Shakur Stevenson. And the winner between Miguel Berchelt and Oscar Valdez, I kind of see it like that too. Whoever wins. And I think that Shakur Stevenson, man, if Miguel Berchelt, I mean, he's good, he's a great fighter. But did you guys see the last performance of Miguel Berchelt after the quarantine or whatever the heck, right? When boxing was back, quote unquote, he fought some dude, and he was getting touched up by this guy, and this guy was a big under par opponent. Just hold on, man. Let me see who it was. What was this guy's name? Hold on, guys. Just please, just please wait a moment. I'm gonna find it. I'm gonna find it. Just give me a second, please. So Miguel Berchelt, man, the last guy he fought. Miguel, hold on. Wait a second, please. So the last guy this dude fought, okay, great fighter, yes, but he fought. I think it was who was it, man? I think it was Jason Sosa. I think it was Jason Sosa. Let me just see his face. I think it was him. I don't remember, man. But when boxing was back, Miguel Berchelt fought some guy, and he was a big under par opponent, man. And he was getting landed upon. Berchelt was getting landed upon. He didn't look too, as many people. You know what I'm saying? Why do I say this? Because if Miguel Berchelt beats Oscar Valdez, Shakur is going to take Berchelt out, man. I don't care how hyped up this fight is, but if Miguel Berchelt beats Oscar Valdez and Berchelt and Shakur Stevenson is announced, I think Shakur Stevenson is levels above Berchelt, man. Levels above Berchelt. Shakur Stevenson is going to see so many opportunities to land against Berchelt. Berchelt, that going forward, leaving himself open. I mean, man, I don't really care how active Berchelt is in his punch volume. You know what I'm saying? Shakur is too advanced, man. He's levels. There's levels to this, man. And I think he'll take out Berchelt, man. He'll take him out. If he doesn't knock him out, he's going to box him out nicely. I'm not saying it's not going to be a war. I mean, there's going to be some parts. There's going to be some moments in the fight where I think he's going to get tested to a certain extent, but I don't know. I think that Stevenson is above him, and Oscar Valdez. If Oscar Valdez beats Berchelt, I think that would be more interesting. I would like to see that, but Jamel Herring, Frampton, we got some great fights, ladies and gentlemen. Hopefully, and they're all under Top Rank. There are no excuses that Bob Arum doesn't make these fights. Joe Diaz is Jojo Diaz is under Golden Boy, DAZN, whatever the heck. Horrible. I don't know what the heck's going on with Jojo Diaz. Unfortunately, I think Jojo Diaz got to get the heck out of Golden Boy. Got to get the heck out of Golden Boy. Get the heck out of there. Get out of there, Jojo Diaz, please. Okay, so Shakur Stevenson, man, I don't see him losing against these guys, man. I don't see him losing against Herring. I don't see him losing against Frampton, whoever the winner may be there. I don't know, though. That would be great to analyze. I'm not sure, though, yet. Jojo Diaz, I think he would do very good against him. Berchelt, maybe Oscar Valdez. I don't know, man. Oscar Valdez, I don't know. But what I do know is that Shakur Stevenson, man, I hope we see these names. That's what I want to get. What I want to talk about here. I hope we see these names next year against Shakur Stevenson. But I don't know if these guys want to fight him. I don't know if these guys want to fight him. So I got to go, man. I got to go do some stuff right now, man. I thank you guys so much for jumping in, man. It was so much fun talking with you guys. Okay, let me get real fast to Chen Smoke because I said I was going to get in there. Yeah, what's good, Verdejo? Couldn't finish, so he got finished. I got that wrong, but it was a great fight to watch. Yeah, I actually had that Verdejo Nakatani fight 50-50. I had it 50-50 because I was saying I got to see how Verdejo does against Nakatani. Then I can say more about Verdejo. But he did good though. Verdejo did very good. He was boxing great, man. But that chin is definitely suspect, family. Definitely. Stevenson will clean out super featherweight, in my opinion. No one can beat him there. I'm not debating that at all, bro, because Shakur is levels above. Yeah, man. Shakur is definitely levels above. I want to see him against Oscar. I think he can beat Berchelt because of the style easier than he can possibly beat Oscar. He can beat Herring. I definitely think he can beat Herring. Frampton, I gotta wait. I gotta wait to see Frampton fight Herring. I gotta wait and see Frampton fight Herring to see how Frampton is. You know what I'm saying? How he has improved. Who Jojo for the IBF? Jojo Diaz, number 1 ranking in IBF is Shavkat Rakimov. I'm sorry, man. I don't know about that. I don't know who that is, dude. I'm sorry, man. I don't know all these names, man. So yeah, it's Shavkat Rakimov. And number 2 is not rated in the rankings. Number 3 in the IBF is Kenichi Ogawa. Number 4 is Anzinga Fuzal. Number 5 is Martin Ward. Okay, yeah, I mean those. Those are the rankings, bro, for number 1. So number 1, Mike 202 is Shavkat Rakimov. For Jojo Diaz. Man, Jojo Diaz he's being promoted horribly. It's just so sad, the situation that Jojo is in. Sad. That guy gotta get the heck out of Golden Boy, man. But whatever, to each his own, man. To each his own. So I gotta get going, man. Thank you guys so much, man. All you guys who jumped in the building, I gotta get going, man. Thank you so much for jumping in the live, man. Remember, any new listeners, like, subscribe, share. I appreciate each and every one of you. You guys are awesome, man. Stay safe out there, guys. And I think on Friday I'll be going live. If not, I should. Maybe Friday night to talk about Canelo versus Smith. So yeah, I want to talk a little bit about that. And maybe not too much. I don't know. It just depends. Because, when it comes to me not talking about certain fights, I already know it's going to be an easy win. Maybe not too easy, but, Canelo versus Smith. I mean, I think Canelo is going to really take Smith out. I think that's another fight where I see that I don't know about it being so hyped up. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, thank you guys so much, man. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for tuning in, man. You guys are awesome. I gotta get going. Renee Box Young. Peace out, fam. Till next.